Hi, I'm Sandra Cole, and I'm coming to you today to talk about how to overcome a negative self perception. But before we get started, I want to take you on a little exercise. I want you to pick up your cell phones and I want you to put it in camera mode. If you don't have your cell phone with you, ladies, take out a compact mirror in your purse. And the first thing I want you to do is put that camera on yourself, turn it around as if you're going to take a selfie, and observe yourself in that frame and ask yourself, what am I looking at? Who am I looking at? And what are the first thoughts that come to your mind as you observe yourself in that mirror? Where if you're like most people, the first thing you do is point out the negative things you see about yourself, such as, oh, that's not my good side, or my makeup's not right, or I didn't smile, I don't have on the right clothes, my hair is out of place. The first thing we do when we look at ourselves in the mirror or we look at ourselves in a picture or a photo, we think of the negative things. But guess what? My friends, that is what we call a negative self-perception. The dictionary, Merriam-Webster, calls negative self-perception uh, an observation or a concept, or as we observe things about ourselves, we get this concept or this thought or idea about ourselves. So I'm coming to you today with 4 points on how to overcome a negative self-perception. The first point is how to know, how do you see yourself? When you look at yourself in the mirror, or when you look at yourself in the morning, or with that selfie we just took, how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself in a positive light, in a positive manner? Or when you look at yourself, the first thing you come up with is all the negativity that you see, or the places that you should be that you're not yet there in your life, or the things that you should look like that you don't think you look like? Or I should be a CEO, but here I am, just a clerk typist. Or I should be this size, but here I am, I'm still struggling at this size. How do you see yourself? Take note of this kitten. He's looking at himself in the mirror, but he doesn't see himself as a kitten. He sees himself as a lion, as the king of the jungle. He doesn't see himself as a vulnerable kitten that is vulnerable to all the things that could come against him. He sees himself as the king of the jungle. The king of the jungle walks around fearless, knowing that anything that's in his path, he can handle. So I want you to just think about that. How do you see yourself? Next, I want you to know your self-worth. How much do you think you're worth? And I'm not talking about a monetary value. I'm talking about how much do you think you're worth to yourself in your mind. One of my favorite scriptures in the Bible is, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And what that is saying is that God made you. He made you fearfully. He made you wonderfully. He thought about it before he made you. So if he says you are fearfully and wonderfully made, who are we to say that we're not worth it, or we're not worthy of ourselves? Look at yourself and tell yourself, I'm unique. Tell yourself, I'm a star. I'm priceless. I'm great. I'm valuable. I'm one of a kind. I'm loved. I'm special. I'm awesome. Anything you want to tell yourself that's positive, tell yourself that. Know your self-worth. Next, embrace who you are. Give yourself a great big hug right now. Just hug yourself and say, I love me. And just do that more than once a day. Do that like when you first wake up in the morning, on your breaks, in your car, before you start driving, uh, wherever you happen to be and you think about it, just remind yourself, I love me. And one of my favorite things to do in the morning is to get up and have a cup of coffee. But I call it my cup of self-love, because as I sit there and drink my coffee in the morning, I meditate on things. I meditate on the things I want to do, the things I want to accomplish, who I am, who I want to become. So get up in the morning, celebrate yourself with a cup of self-love. Whatever it may be, it may not be coffee, but whatever your choice of beverage is in the morning, tea, a power shake, whatever it is, call it your cup of self love and meditate on yourself. Embrace who you are. Next, know that positivity is the key. A positive mind will bring about positive results. So be positive. Know that positivity is the key. Um, when President Obama ran his presidency campaign, his slogan was, "Yes, we can." I admire that because one of my main slogans is, "I can do it," or "Yes, I can." Be positive. Don't give up. Don't just give up. Keep going. Don't tell yourself you can't do it. Keep going. Tell yourself, "I can do it." Don't tell yourself that's impossible. Tell yourself all things are possible. Don't tell yourself you can't do it. Tell yourself you can do that. I can do it. Tell yourself you can do it. Put a post-it up just like this at your desk, on your bathroom mirror. So in your car dashboard, and look at it daily with this positivity key in mind, telling yourself, "I can do it." Now, I just gave you 4 keys, 4 references for overcoming a negative self-perception. And to go over those things once more, it is look at yourself, look at your reflection, know your self-worth, embrace who you are, and be positive. And if you can follow these 4 steps, you, my friend, are on the road to beginning to overcoming a negative self-image. Remember those steps and remember to be positive. Thank you and have a nice day.